The 1-2 pitch on the way. Curveball, tap foul off to the left of the plate. The Dodgers defensively. In this spine-tingling moment, Sandy Koufax and Jeff Torborg. The boys who will try and stop anything hit their way. Wes Parker, Dick Tracewski, Maury Wills, and John Kennedy. The outfield of Lou Johnson, Willie Davis, and Ron Fairley. And there's 29,000 people in the ballpark and 1 million butterflies. 29,139 paid. Koufax into his windup, and the 1-2 pitch. Fastball foul back out of play. Dugout and have to watch. Sandy back of the rubber, now toes it. All the boys in the bullpen straining to get a better look as they look through the wire fence in left field. 1-2, the count to Chris Cruz. Koufax feet together, now to his windup in the 1-2 pitch. Fastball outside, ball 2. A lot of people in the ballpark now are starting to see the pitches with their heart. The pitch was outside. Torborg tried to pull it over the plate, but Vargo, an experienced umpire, wouldn't go for it. 2-2, the count to Chris Cruz.
Test, 1, 2, 3. Test.
Sandy reading.
1, 2, 3.
Wind up 2-2 pitch. Fastball got him swinging. Sandy Koufax has struck out 12. He is 2 outs away from a perfect game. Here is Joe Amalfitano to pinch hit for Don Kessinger. Amalfitano is from Southern California, from San Pedro. He was an original bonus boy with the Giants. Joey's been around, and as we mentioned earlier, he has helped to beat the Dodgers twice. And on deck is Harvey Keene. Kennedy is tight to the bag at third. The fastball a strike. 0-1 with 1 out in the 9th inning, 1-0 Dodgers. Sandy reading into his windup in the strike 1 pitch. Curveball, tap foul. 0-2. And Amalfitano walks away and shakes himself a little bit and swings the bat. And Koufax with a new ball takes a hitch at his belt and walks behind the mound. I would think that the mound at Dodger Stadium right now is the loneliest place in the world. Sandy fussing, looks in to get his sign. 0-2 to Amalfitano. The strike 2 pitch to Joe. Fastball swung on and missed. Strike 3. He is 1 out away from the promised land. And Harvey Keene is coming up. So Harvey Keene is batting for Bob Henley. The time on the scoreboard is 9:44. The date, September the 9th, 1965. And Koufax working on veteran Harvey Keene. Sandy into his windup, and the pitch, a fastball for a strike. He has struck out, by the way, 5 consecutive batters. And that's gone unnoticed. Sandy ready in the strike 1 pitch. Very high, and he lost his hat. He really forced that one. That's only the 2nd time tonight where I have had the feeling that Sandy threw instead of pitched, trying to get that little extra. And that time he tried so hard his hat fell off. He took an extremely long stride to the plate, and Torborg had to go up to get it. 1-1 to Harvey Keene. Now he's ready. Fastball high, ball 2. You can't blame a man for pushing just a little bit now. Sandy backs off, mops his forehead, runs his left index finger along his forehead, dries it off on his left pants leg. All the while, Keene just waiting. Now Sandy looks in. his windup, and the 2-1 pitch to Keene. Swung on and missed. Strike 2. It is 9:46 p.m. 2-2 to Harvey Keene. 1 strike away. Sandy into his windup. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. A perfect game. Scoreboard in right field. It is 9:46 p.m. in the city of the Angels, Los Angeles, California. And a crowd of 29,139 just sitting in to see the only pitcher in baseball history to hurl 4 no-hit, no-run games. He has done it 4 straight years, and now he capped it on his 4th no-hitter. He made it a perfect game. And Sandy Koufax, whose name will always remind you of strikeouts, did it with a flourish. He struck out the last 6 consecutive batters. So when he wrote his name in capital letters in the record books, that K stands out even more than the OUFAX.
The major leagues. Well, there's never been better poetry in motion on the air than this call. And in 1995, we asked Vin Scully to find out why he called the time in that broadcast, why he called the time every minute as the perfect game reached its climax.
Every time I do a game that's a potential no-hitter, when it comes to the 9th inning, the engineer in the studio automatically records the 9th inning. And it doesn't make any difference whether it's a Dodger or not, because if it's the opposition, we give him the tape. So he has it for the rest of his life. Dennis Martinez, for instance, he has the tape of his 9th inning when he pitched the perfect game against the Dodgers. Anyway, Sandy Koufax had already pitched 3 no-hitters. And when I do the tape of a guy who's pitching a no-hitter, for his benefit only, I always put the date on the tape. So that 30 years from now, when he's playing it for his grandchildren, he will hear that on July so-and-so, 19th. So I do that as a matter of course. Well, now I've done that 3 times for Sandy Koufax. So as we were coming to the 9th inning, I wasn't so wrapped up in the perfect game and all of that drama as I was thinking, what could I do to make this a little extra special in case Sandy does it? And for some reason, I will never know why, because it means nothing to a baseball game, I started to give the time. And so as he walked out to the mound, I'm saying, and so at 9:48 p.m. on this 1965 at Dodger Stadium, Sandy Koufax. And then as each out was recorded, I would give the time, only thinking that this will be fun for Sandy to have 30 years from now, 40 years from now. Well, when the game ended, the next day, the one thing everybody talked about was how dramatic it was that I was giving the time, thinking I had this great sense of theater, when all the while, all I was trying to do was give Sandy a little something extra for the tape.
Well, Costello, I'm going to New York with you. You know, Bucky Harris, the Yanks manager, gave me a job as coach for as long as you're on the team.
Look, Abbott, if you're the coach, you must know all the players.
I certainly do.
Well, you know, I never met the guys, so you'll have to tell me their names, and then I'll know who's playing on the team.
Oh, I'll tell you their names, but you know, strange it may seem, they give these ball players nowadays very peculiar names.
You mean funny names?
Strange names, pet names, like Dizzy Dean and
His brother Daffy?
Daffy Dean.
I'm their French cousin.
French?
Gouffet.
Gouffet Dean. Oh, I see. Well, let's see. We have on the bags, we have who's on first, what's on second, I don't know who's on third.
That's what I want to find out.
I say, who's on first, what's on second, I don't know who's on third.
Are you the manager?
Yes.
You're going to be the coach, too?
Yes.
And you know the fellow's name?
Well, I should.
Well, then who's on first?
Yes.
I mean the fellow's name.
Who?
The guy on first.
Who?
The first baseman.
Who?
The guy playing
Who
first.
is on first?
I'm asking you who's on first.
That's the man's name.
That's whose name?
Yes.
Well, go ahead and tell me.
That's it.
That's who?
Yes.
first baseman?
Certainly.
Who's playing first?
That's right.
When you pay off the first baseman every month, who gets the money?
Every dollar of it.
All I'm trying to find out is the fellow's name on first base.
Who?
The guy that gets the money.
That's it.
Who gets the money on
He
first
does, every dollar. Sometimes his wife comes down and collects it.
Whose wife?
Yes. What's wrong with that?
Look, all I want to know is when you sign up the first baseman, how does he sign his name to the
Who?
contract? The guy.
Who?
How does he sign his
That's
name?
how he signs it.
Who?
Yes.
All I'm trying to find out is what's the guy's name on first base?
No, what is on second base?
I'm not asking you who's on second.
Who's on first?
One base at a time.
Well, don't change the players around.
I'm not changing nobody.
Take it easy, buddy.
I'm only asking you, who's the guy on first base?
That's right.
Okay.
All right.
I mean, what's the guy's name on first base?
No, what is on second?
I'm not asking you who's on second.
Who's on first?
I don't know.
Oh, he's on third. We're not talking about him. Now, let's forget it.
Now, how did I get on third base?
Why, you mentioned his name.
If I mention a third baseman's name, who did I say is playing third?
No, who's playing first?
What's on first?
What's on second?
I don't know.
He's on third.
There I go, back on third again. Look, will you stay on third base and don't go off it?
All right, I don't even know.
Now, who's playing third base?
Why do you insist on putting who on third base?
What am I putting on
Oh,
third?
what is on second?
You don't want who on second?
Who is on first?
I don't know. Third base! Look, you got outfield? Sure. The left fielder's name. Why? I just thought I'd ask.
Well, I just thought I'd...
And tell me who's playing left field.
First.
I'm not... Stay out of the infield! I want to know what's the guy's name in left field.
No, what is on second?
I'm not asking you who's on second.
Who's on first?
I don't know. Third base! And the left fielder's name?
Why?
Because...
Oh, he's center field.
He's field.
These players as well as I do.
Look, you got a pitcher on the team.
Sure.
The pitcher's name.
Tomorrow?
You don't want to tell me today?
I'm telling you,
Then
man.
go ahead.
Tomorrow.
What time?
What time what?
What time tomorrow you're going to tell me who's pitching?
Now listen, who is not pitching?
I'll
Who is-
break your arm, you say, who's on first? I want to know what's the pitcher's name.
What's on second?
I don't know.
Third
Third
base.
Got a catcher?
Certainly.
The catcher's name.
Today.
Today. And tomorrow's pitcher.
Now you've got it.
All we got is a couple of days on the team.
Okay.
You know, I'm a catcher, too.
So they tell me.
I get behind the plate, do some fancy catching. Tomorrow's pitching on my team, and a heavy hitter gets up.
Yes.
Now, the heavy hitter bunts the ball. When he bunts the ball, me being a good catcher, I want to throw the guy out of first base, so I pick up the ball and throw it to who?
Now that's the first thing you've said right.
I don't even know what I'm talking about.
Well, that's all you have to do.
Is to throw the ball at first base.
Yes.
Now, who's got it?
Naturally.
Look, if I throw the ball at first base, somebody's got to get it. Now, who has it?
Naturally.
Who?
Naturally.
Naturally?
Naturally.
So I pick up the ball and I throw it to Naturally.
No, you don't. You throw the ball to who?
Naturally.
That's different.
That's what I said.
You're not saying
I
that.
throw the ball to
You
Naturally.
throw it to who?
Naturally.
That's it.
That's what I said.
Listen, you asked me.
I throw the ball to who?
Naturally.
Now you ask me.
You throw the ball to who?
Naturally.
That's it.
Same as you.
Don't change them around.
Same as you.
Now get it over.
I throw the ball to who? Whoever it is drops the ball and the guy runs a second.
Yes.
Who picks up the ball and throws it to what? What throws it to? I don't know. I don't know. Throws it back to tomorrow. Triple play.
Yes.
Another guy gets up and it's a long fly ball to be cause. Why? I don't know. He's on third and I don't give a darn.
What?
I said I don't give a darn.
Oh, that's our shortstop.
I'm an
Come on.
Evil will come, Ray. The one constant through all the years, Ray, has been baseball.
Little roller up along first. Behind the bag. It gets through Buckner. Here comes Knight, and the Mets win. Now the 2-1.
Line drive to the base hit. Justice has scored a tying run. Green to the plate. And he is safe. Safe at the plate. The Braves go to the World Series.
Have reserved seats somewhere along one of the baselines. They sat when they were children and cheered their heroes.
Gibson swings and a fly ball to deep right field. This is going to be a home run. Unbelievable!
A three-run home run for Bucky Dent. The Yankees now lead it by a score of 3-2.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mazeroski has hit a 1-0 pitch over the left field fence at Ford Field to win the 1960 World Series.
They'll arrive at your door as innocent as children, longing for the past.
The Pope arrived at Yankee Stadium. As one enthusiastic announcer put it, he is standing on second base.
Reggie Jackson. Long drive right field. It is. Big World Series for Yankee. The Blue Jays are World Series champions as Joe Carter hits a 3-run home run.
faces.
The 1-0 delivery to Fisk. He swings, long drive, left field. If it stays fair, it's gone. Home run! The Red Sox win. And the series is...
Lolich fires. Ball is hit high in the air. This should be the series. Freehand waving everybody away in foul territory. Detroit wins.
Here's the pitch to Willie. There's a liner straight to Richardson. The ball game is over and the World Series is over. Willie McCovey hit it like a bullet. A line drive right
Baseball to mark the time.
The Oakland A's take. I'll tell you what, we haven't heard.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Candlestick Park for Game 3 of the 1989 World Series.
It's been erased like a blackboard, rebuilt and erased again.
Frank Robinson, the right-hand batter.
Long drive to left field. Way back. Yes, it's been back. Home run.
Base hit loaded, 1 out. Pena in a jam. The Twins are going to win the World Series. The Twins have won it.
I see with 1 out. Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run. And the Willie Mays just brought this crowd to its feet with a catch, which must have been an optical illusion to a lot of people.
This field, this game, is a part of our past, Ray. It reminds us of all that once was good, and it could be again.
It's time once again for Furman University Baseball on the Furman IMG Sports Network.
Good time for Jordan to pop number 5 of the year right here and get us right back in this thing.
All the action, all season long.
And he swings and he hits it high and deep. Left field. See ya.
On air and online at FurmanPaladins.com or follow the Furman IMG Sports Network on the TuneIn radio app. Furman Baseball.
I'd like to say that it works that way all the time, but it doesn't.
Now let's head out to the stadium to the voice of the Paladins, Dan
Caleb Davis in, Jeff. Come on.
Good evening, everybody, from Latham Stadium here on the campus of Furman University. Welcome to Furman Paladins Baseball. Today, Brett Harker's club looking for its 4th win in 5 tries out of the gates, and they'll be taking on the Monmouth Hawks, still looking for win number 1 on the year, coming in with a record of 0-3. I'm Dan Scott. We're very happy to have you with us on another gorgeous day here in the upstate of South Carolina. It has been just Chamber of Commerce weather pretty much all season long to this point, a season that, again, has basically just started, encompassing 4 games, and the Paladins have won 3 of those 4, and most recently coming off of a midweek 6-0 shutout at Presbyterian College, in which Hunter Baker made his Furman debut in grand fashion, a 7-inning, 2-hit shutout performance to pace Brett Harker's club, and the junior college transfer from Spartanburg Methodist staking a claim to a midweek starting spot that 2 weeks prior was really not even on the radar for, according to Coach Harker. And that's what happens when you start pitching well in practice. You get rewarded. He got the start and made the most of it. Today, it's a guy who they expect great things out of every time out. Will Gaddis going to the mound for the Paladins. He'll be opposed by Ricky Dennis of the Hawks. As mentioned, a gorgeous day. We'll be getting you your weather forecast and everything as we get closer and closer to our first pitch here this afternoon. But we want to go ahead and take our first break, and when we come back, we'll hear from the head coach of the Paladins. That is Brett Harker. This is Furman Baseball here on the Furman IMG Sports Network. Dan Scott here to tell you that I have found my breakfast place in the Travelers Rest area, the Hungry Drover. Located at the intersection of Tigerville Road and Highway 290, the Hungry Drover features local eggs, raw milk, homemade breads, and of course their famous gigantic omelets. If it's lunch you crave, check out the barbecue tomato pie and the made-from-scratch desserts. And don't forget dinner on Friday nights. Find the full menu and operating hours at hungrydrover.com and like them on Facebook. For catering, call John at 864-901-5040 and enjoy the farm fresh eating experience in the heart of Traveler's Rest. That is the Hungry Drover.
If you've been sidelined with an injury, sore joint, or back pain, the experts of Piedmont Orthopedic Associates can offer you both surgical and non-surgical care to get you moving again. Piedmont Orthopedic Associates' 15 surgeons and 2 spine physicians are all board certified and are committed to providing you with excellent orthopedic care. Visit us online at getmovingwithpoa.com.
Paladins back at Latham Stadium this weekend. First of 3 with Monmouth. Paladins off to a 3-1 start to the year, and head coach Brett Harker joining us here on the pregame show. Well, your kids went down, took care of some midweek business on Tuesday at PC against a club that really swings the bat well, and Hunter Baker was about as good as you could hope for, maybe even better than he'd hoped for in his Furman debut.
It was a fantastic team effort. We talked about setting the tone early on how we're going to play midweeks this year. It's a big emphasis that we've stressed. If we want to be special this year, we got to learn to win those ones on Tuesday and Wednesday. The boys played well, and it's easy to play well when you got a guy like Baker filling up the zone and being just as dominant as he was against a very, very physical offense. I was very proud of our team.
What was it in particular that made him so good on Tuesday?
He's got a fastball. It's just hard to time up. It's not like he throws 95. He throws firm, but he's so big. He's 6'8", 270, and the ball, he hides the ball well. And, man, I think he threw 85, 90% fastballs and located and worked ahead and all those things you talk about as a pitching coach. And he did them and had a lot of success doing it.
And then your bullpen continued to pitch pretty well for you. Heath got himself into some trouble, got out of it, and then Crawford again lights out in the ninth.
Yeah, anytime the bullpen puts up zeros, that's what it's all about. I take that stuff serious. That's what I did my whole career. So there's a huge emphasis on the bullpen coming in a dominating fashion and getting in and out and filling it up, and they did a great job.
Offensively, it was a slow start for both teams, and obviously PC never really got untracked. But in the middle innings, once you broke through, you were able to add on runs, and you scored in 4 consecutive innings. And by the time you look up, you've got 6 on the board and approaching double figures in hits again. It was, I think we talked about it on Tuesday after the game, being a very workmanlike performance for your kids.
Yeah, I think that's what's going to make us tough this year, Dan. We have some superstars in the middle of the lineup, but it's 1 through 9. I just think that we put together some really good at-bats, and we can beat you a couple different ways, and that's a typical game where, no, we didn't swing the bat particularly well, but you look up and we still scored 6 runs. And that's just putting out a lineup that 1 through 9 I think can handle the bat. And even our young guys, I think our young guys that are out there still have some serious pop in their bat, and it gets me excited about our run production we can put together this year.
And along with all of that was the fact that you had 3 kids at the bottom of the order, 2 of which hadn't played yet in the season, and Chadwick Word only had 2 at-bats, and all 3 of them contributed.
Yeah, I'm not even sure Chadwick Word had 2 at-bats. I know we've put him in defensively. I'm not sure he's had any at-bats, but they, I thought, like I said, I thought Chadwick Word ran a grand slam out of there. If it's here, it's up on the Diamond F. Ball flies a little different here than it does at PC, but we have a lot of confidence in those kids. Taplett might have some of the most pop of anybody on our team. I'm terrified for the pitchers when he's hitting. He hits line drives back of their heads. But, yeah, you're right. To see them produce at the bottom half of the lineup, that's exciting to see.
All right, so we fast forward to this one today. You've got Monmouth coming in here, and I know the focus obviously mostly is about you and taking care of what you do, but what do you know about this group?
I know that they won a whole lot of games last year and that they're an extremely veteran lineup and pitching staff. I know that most of them are juniors and seniors. They won 30 games last year, and their MO typically is they throw the ball very, very well. calling around different coaches. They say they always know what they're doing on the mound. Have guys that are high 80s, low 90s type guys, and they take a lot of pride. Dean does a great job coaching those guys over there. They're 0-3 on the year, but they also went to FAU. That's a tough bill right out of the chute. They're going to be a great test for us, and I look forward to seeing how our guys respond at home.
Obviously, Gaddis going for you today, and even though he wasn't really sharp on opening day, you still look up and he had 6 innings of one-run baseball. Mechanically, were there some little things maybe that he was doing that caused him to not be as sharp? And if so, did you do some correcting on that during the week?
Yeah, he tends to pull off the ball. If he does get in trouble, he pulls off the ball just a little bit. Yeah, we worked on some stuff. We actually have a new little rotation that we're doing for our starters, as advised by Leo Mazzoni. He put together what he thought would be a good throwing program as far as getting off the mound twice instead of once, and didn't know how the guys would respond to it, and they've absolutely loved it. More controlling the effort, but getting on the mound a little more than you would normally, and so we'll see how Gaddis responds. Like, the kid's the ultimate competitor. I'm actually glad he didn't throw as well last week because I want to see how he bounces back this week.
As far as your lineup goes, pretty much all the regular suspects. Ward still at shortstop with Hebner out, and you got Jabari back in. They really need to get him on track.
Like Jabari's a potential SoCon Player of the Year. Just got to get him rolling a little bit. And, any other year, Jabari would have had every game we've played, he would have been playing. We're very deep in the outfield. We're just deep. We have 5 or 6 guys that we just think can really play. And right now, defensively, we feel like those guys are doing a pretty good job. So Jabari's been DHing, and he's going to be really good. And I'm excited. He's put in a ton of work this week, and I'm excited to see. I'm really excited to see him swing the bat this weekend.
Well, no time to start hitting than like the present, right?
Absolutely. And we're 4 games in. I think he's played in 2 of them. So he's going to be just fine. That same kid that was freshman All-American and freshman SoCon Player of the Year, he's still here, and we're excited about the production he's going to give us this year.
Well, let's go out and get one tonight. Good luck.
Let's do it, Dan. Appreciate it.
That's head coach Brett Harker. Stay tuned. Lineups and the first pitch next on the Furman IMG Sports Network.
Stuck in a state of falling behind? Struggling to keep up with your kids, finances, insurance? Then let State Farm agent Steve Borkland in Travelers Rest help you simplify and get to a better state. Because with Steve handling your auto, home, and life insurance, you'll have more time for everything else. More money, too, because adding State Farm policies could mean earning discounts worth up to 40%. That's money Steve can help you put towards a college savings plan. Call State Farm agent Steve Borkland today and get to a better state with State Farm.
At SC Telco Federal Credit Union, we're passionate about helping to improve the financial lives of our members. SC Telco is the first financial institution in South Carolina to offer a price-linked savings account. The Save to Win account allows members to save money, earn interest, and have the chance to win cash prizes. When you're in front of us, you're the only person that matters. Find a location near you at sctelco.com. SC Telco looks forward to serving you. SC Telco is federally insured by the National Credit Union Administration.
Head coaches are out at home plate meeting with the umpiring crew, going over the ground rules here, and we are not that far away from getting this one underway here at Latham Stadium. First of 3 between the Paladins and the Monmouth Hawks. If you're ready now, the starting lineups. First for Monmouth, 0-3 on the season under 24th-year head coach Dean Ehalt. Grant Lamberton will lead it off and play second base. Batting second at third, Shane Hughes. The left fielder and 3-hitter is Dan Shea. Batting cleanup in center, Tom Jacobowski. Pete Papson will DH and bat number 5. Hitting sixth in right, Chris Gaetano. Ryan Bailey catches and bats 7th. The 8-hitter is first baseman Aiden Favia. And batting 9th at shortstop, Danny Long. Again, it's Lamberton at second, Hughes at third, Shea in left, Jacobowski in center, Papson the DH, Gaetano in right, with Bailey behind the plate, Favia at first, and Long at shortstop. Ricky Dennis will get the start on the mound. More about him later. Before we give you Furman's lineup, we will pause here and join in the presentation of our national anthem.
As we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
For the Furman Paladins, Jabari Richards leads it off. He is the DH, batting second, and left is Carter Grote. Jake Crawford plays third and hits third. Hitting cleanup in center field, Sky Overton. At first base, batting fifth is Brandon Elmy. Cam Whitehead will catch and hit sixth. Landon Kay gets a start in right field today. He'll bat seventh. The second baseman and 8-hitter is Sims Griffith, and batting ninth at shortstop, Chadwick Word. Again for the Paladins, Richards the DH, Grote in left, Crawford at third, Overton in center, Elmy at first, Whitehead behind the plate, with Kay in right, Griffith at second, and Word at shortstop. Paladins have taken the field. Will Gaddis getting ready to start his warm-ups. Furman in the home whites, purple cap, purple sleeves on the jersey to go along with numerals and lettering. Monmouth in the blue tops with gold numerals and lettering. Solid blue cap and the white pants today. Will Gaddis won his first start. Went 6 innings, 4 hits, 1 run. It was earned, struck out 4, walked 2. Was not super sharp as we come to expect out of Will Gaddis, and that tells you how good this young man is when he goes 6 innings, allows just 1 run. And you say, well, yeah, he could have thrown the ball a little bit better. That kind of lets you know the expectations that not only we have for him, but he has for himself. And when you're the 39th rated college baseball draft prospect by Baseball America, there's a reason for those expectations. Partly cloudy here today. No chance of rain in the immediate future. 75 degrees will be our game time temperature. We have just continued to be blessed with incredible weather early in the season. And the throw goes down to second around the infield, and we are ready to play baseball. Grant Lamberton, Shane Hughes, and Dan Shea, the trio that will face Gaddis here in the first inning. Lamberton, left-handed batting second baseman, steps in, hitting .083, just 1 for 12 out of the gates. Gaddis gets the sign, he winds and delivers, and the first pitch bounces up there, and we are underway. First pitch officially at 4:01 p.m. Umpires today: Tony Williams behind the plate, John Benkin on the first base side, Daniel Barry on the third base side. There's a line drive foul down the left field side. It's a ball and a strike. Lamberton has walked once and been hit by a pitch once, and has scored a couple of runs through their first 3 games of the season. They were swept by Florida Atlantic. Hits this one in the air, back into left, good. Carter Grote on the dead run, reaches up, can't get to it, it's off the wall. Bounces back into foul territory. Grote chasing it down, and Lamberton coasts into second base with a leadoff double and didn't miss by much of hitting one out of here to start things off, Will Gaddis. And right now, that's the area of the ballpark that the wind is going to help, because the wind is blowing in from right center field. So right down that left field line is the one place you will get some help. But that ball that Lamberton hit didn't need much help. He stroked that ball pretty good the other way. So he's a leadoff base runner, a double in scoring position for Shane Hughes, the third baseman, another left-handed batter. And the first pitch from Gaddis is swung on and fouled out of play left side. 333 in their first 3 games. 4 hits and 12 at bats. No homers or RBIs. Defensively for the Paladins, Brandon Elmy at first, Sims Griffith at second, Chadwick Ward at short, Jake Crawford at third. Left to right in the outfield, Carter Grote, Sky Overton, and Landon Kay. No balls in the strike to Hughes. Pitch, and he rifles one into right field. That's a base hit toward the line. Is Kay to pick it up. He'll get the throw back into second. Lamberton scores standing up. And the first 2 hitters have produced a run for the Hawks. They lead it 1-0, first RBI of the year for Shane Hughes.
Now batting for Monmouth, the left fielder, number 25, Dan Shea.
So now here's Dan Shea, another left-handed batter settling in. Also at 333, he has a homer and is driven in 4, and he takes a strike on the outside corner. So a double and a single from the first 2 batters, and Monmouth jumps out to the early 1-0 lead. Gaddis pauses at the belt, pitches, and it's high and away. 1-1. Dimensions here at Latham Stadium, 330 down both lines, 395 to straightaway center, 371 to right center, and 350 the short porch and left center. Ball and a strike, and a swing and a foul at the plate. Had him out in front. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Gaddis has been touched up for a run. Still nobody out in the inning. Runner at first. Pitch. Check swing roller between the bag and coaching box down at third, and the count holds at 1-2. Shea out of the box, now back in. Crowding the plate a bit. Pitch, slider down and in. Runner goes. The throw down not in time as the ball rolled a few feet in front of Cam Whitehead. That'll be a wild pitch. And they've got another runner in scoring position now with nobody out here in the first inning, leading already 1-0. 2-2 the count to Shea. Gaddis with the set. He glances back at the runner. And a ground ball to second. Sharply hit right at Griffith. He'll throw out Shea at first as Hughes advances to third. And there's 1 out. And we get our first look at the cleanup hitter, Tom Jacobowski. Fourth straight left-handed batter in this lineup. In fact, 7 of the 9 in the order are left-handed. Papson, who's on deck, and the number 9 hitter, the shortstop, Danny Long, the only two right-handers, and Jacobowski waving at an off-speed pitch and coming up empty, 0-1. 364. It's 4 for 11 with an RBI through the first 3 games. Takes that pitch down and away. For those of you who don't know, Monmouth University is in West Long Branch, New Jersey. Swing and a miss, and a good slider down and in. They have an enrollment of just under 6,400. One-two pitch, swing and a miss. Threw a fastball by him, and they are 2 down, and we'll get our first look at Pete Papson, the DH.
Designated hitter, number 19, Pete Papson.
If you'd like to attend school there, according to 2014 numbers, their acceptance rate was 74%, and undergrad and tuition fees equaled a little over $32,000 a year. Papson, the right-handed hitter, 0 for 6 on the year, and Gaddis pours a fastball in for a strike. Monmouth 1, Furman nothing here, top of the first inning. Gaddis pitching, swing and a miss at a slider down and away. And he's quickly ahead of the right-handed batting Papson. No balls and 2 strikes. Trying to strand the runner at third and keep the damage at a run. The 0-2. And a check swing off the mitt of Whitehead, and that'll allow the run to score from third. A slider in the dirt, I think. So another wild pitch scores Hughes, and it's 2-0. We count a ball and 2 strikes. Gaddis pitching, and it's chopped foul over toward the third base dugout. Giving him some room out in right center field. The sun breaks out from behind the cloud, and the entire field bathed in bright sunlight right now. 1-2 pitch is low. 2-2 the count. Chris Gaetano waiting on deck. Monmouth, like Furman, a private university. 2-2 pitch. In the air, deep center field. On the run is Overton, and a step shy of the warning track will pull it in. And that's the inning. But Hawks get 2 runs on a couple of hits. No errors and no one left. Half inning in the books. Monmouth 1, Furman coming to bat. This is the Furman IMG Sports Network.
The Fence Company, what's your criteria? Experience? Trust? A company that gets it right the first time and stand behind its work? Then your search is over. Faulkner Fence has been Greenville's fence company for more than 40 years. Ed Faulkner started the business, and now son Todd continues the tradition of excellence. So regardless of your fencing needs, commercial, industrial, or residential, trust the company that Greenville has trusted for over 4 decades. Faulkner Fence, 864-271-4626, or online at FaulknerFenceCompany.com.
Hi, Furman fans. Dan Scott here for UPS. Your customers want more from your business. You've got to make more happen, whether they're in Greenville or on the other side of the world, globally or locally. UPS is building solutions to help businesses give their customers exactly what they want. More made easy. UPS, the official logistics company of Furman Athletics.
Paladins down 2-0 before they ever get a chance to swing the bat here today. Dan Scott with you on FurmanPaladins.com. Got the live stream video as well, and for the first time, on-campus FM radio signal is involved, as well as 95.9 FM. So bring your radio to the ballpark with you. Right now, you can get us in about a 3 to 5 mile radius outside of campus, maybe a little better depending on conditions, but it's mostly designed to be an on-campus frequency. It's good to have it back and operating again after about a 4-year absence.
Leading off the home half of the first for the Paladins, number 6, designated hitter, Jabari
Ricky Dennis lost his first start, allowed 6 hits, 7 runs, only 3 earned in 4 innings, struck out 2, walked 2 against Florida Atlantic. Facing Jabari Richards leading it off, and the first pitch outside a ball. Jabari still looking for his first hit of the year. He's 0 for 8. Has walked, been hit by a pitch, and scored a run. And there's a fastball strike.
Hey, good take, boy.
Dennis, 6'8", 220 pounds. Strike 2 called on the outside corner. Gives you a little bit of a herky jerk motion. Fastball up and check swing, but Daniel Berry, the third base umpire on appeal, fires the right arm in the air, says Jabari went too far. And there's 1 down.
Left fielder, number 5, Carter Grote.
So now Carter Grote, 462 through the first 4 games, and just continues to do what he's done his entire career here. Takes it in the dirt for a ball. 6 hits and 13 at bats. He's driven in 3 runs, has doubled twice, walked 4 times. He's already been hit by a pitch 3 times, and he grounds this one to second base. It comes up on Grant Lamberton, but he stayed with it, recovered, and threw him out. And quickly they are 2 down. Aiden Favia, the first baseman for the Hawks. Lamberton at second, Danny Long at short, Shane Hughes at third. Left, right in the outfield, Dan Shea, Tom Jacobowski, and Chris Gaetano. Ryan Bailey behind the plate. So 2 up, 2 down, 2-0 Monmouth, bottom of the first inning. And now Jake Crawford, right-handed batter. And he shoots one fair the other way, just inside the first base bag, down the right field line into foul territory. Over to get it as Gaetano quickly gets it back into the infield. But a headlong slide by Crawford beats the throw, and he's got a 2-out double, and the Paladins have a runner in scoring position and take a turn at trying to get on the board in the first inning. I say that
Center fielder, number 17, Scott.
Or said that Dennis has a herky-jerky motion. That's not entirely accurate. It's hard to explain. It's almost like right before delivery, his left shoulder ends up kind of pointing towards the sky a little bit, and then drops the arm and comes through. Chopper by Overton towards short. Big hop moving to his left for Long. He'll throw out Sky, and the inning is over. So the Paladins get a 2-out hit, and that's all. So after an inning, Furman finds itself trailing here in this first of 3. Monmouth on top, 2-0. This is the Furman IMG Sports Network.
I was surprised recently when I learned that Americans spend $80 billion a year on illegal sports gambling. Sure, that's spread out over millions of gamblers, but still it makes you wonder where that money's coming from. Unfortunately, too often it's coming from money that was intended to buy groceries, pay the mortgage, or even put children through college. If gambling's had a negative impact on your life, call the SC Gambling Hotline toll-free at 877-452-5155. Help is confidential and available 24 hours a day. A message from the South Carolina Department of Alcohol and Other Drug Abuse Services.
Palmetto Pride, South Carolina's anti-litter and beautification organization, would like you to do your part to help keep South Carolina beautiful. Don't litter. Report litter bugs and litter hotspots by calling the Litter Buster hotline at 1-877-7-LITTER or by using our Trash Tracker app.
No one trashes South Carolina. No one trashes my state.
2-0 Monmouth as they come calling here in the top of the second inning. They jumped on Will Gaddis right now. Leadoff double, follow-up single, and it was 1-0, and then with 2 outs, second run of the inning scored on a wild pitch. So it'll be 6, 7, and 8, Gaetano, Bailey, and Favia. Left-handed batters all to face Will Gaddis. And the first pitch is at the knees, a fastball strike, 0-1. Gaddis winds the 0-1. Strike 2 called on the outside corner at the knees. And Will quickly ahead, no balls and 2 strikes. Crawford was in about even with the bag at third, but at 0-2, he'll back up, still playing well off the line for the left-handed batter. 0-2 pitch, breaking ball, chopped foul off the top of the Furman dugout, and ricochets out to Dylan Hamlin, the third base coach. Mentioned that Dean Ehalt in his 24th year, there's a rocket through the hole in the right field, a base hit. Tell you what, just watching these guys swing the bats through the first 6 hitters, they do not get cheated at the plate. They are up there hacking. Ryan Bailey now, 200 batting catcher, has a homer and 2 RBIs.
Ryan Bailey.
Ehalt passed the 600 win mark for his career back in 2015. Ground ball to short. That should be all. Word dropped it, tried to pick it up, recovered on the second stab and threw out the catcher Bailey. That was a lead pipe double play ground ball, and Chadwick Word simply didn't field it cleanly. So Gaetano safe at second. Bailey is out 6-3. And let's hope that doesn't come back to haunt the Paladins of Will Gaddis. Aiden Favia now, who's 0 for 4 on the season. First pitch to him is in there for a strike. Ehalt's won 648 games in his long career, 627 of them coming at Monmouth. Last season, they were a 30-win team. 16 of those wins came in the MAAC, and they were the 3rd seed in their conference tournament. Come back with some veteran players, especially veteran arms. Brett Harker telling us in the pregame, and they've got some expectations for improving on that 30 wins from a year ago. Pitch down and in, 2 balls and a strike. Runner at first, or runner at second rather, 1 down. And the left-handed batting first baseman, Aiden Favia, at the plate. Gaddis pitches, and it's chopped foul off of his foot. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Got our email up and running. If you'd like to drop us a line, you can do that, FurmanBaseball@yahoo.com. FurmanBaseball@yahoo.com. Or if Twitter's your thing, the handle is Dan Scott Show. 2 balls, 2 strikes. A pitch. Reaches for one and taps it foul over by the on-deck circle, third base side. And I'm certain that throughout the weekend we're going to have a number of folks from the Monmouth side watching the broadcast. Welcome. Here's a fly ball to right. Landon Kay, staring skyward, makes the catch. Runner at second bluffs, and Kay fires a cannon shot on one hop, dead on the money to third. So Gaetano made the right choice. 2 down, and Danny Long, the shortstop, will bat.
Shortstop, number 2, Danny Long.
Jay Rattery, the PA announcer here, always goes down for the game to make sure we've got pronunciations right. We work very, very hard at that. So we try, and if we still mess something up, then feel free, by all means, to let us know via email. Here's Danny Long, a check swing roller, third base side. Gaddis bare hands. No, he doesn't. He slipped and fell and kicked it foul. So that'll be an infield single. Gaetano advances to third, and now here's Lamberton, the leadoff hitter, who will bat with runners on the corners. He doubled leading off the game, hit one off the wall and left, and scored when the next hitter, Hughes, singled to bring him in. Cam Whitehead, a quick visit out to the mound, and now looking into the dugout as he gets back behind the plate. Signals to the rest of his infielders what will happen should Long run at first base. Runners on the corners, 2 down. Monmouth trying to add to an early 2-0 lead. First pitch. Breaking ball outside corner, a strike. They give him all kinds of room in right center field. He pulls one into the gap towards the fence. He can run for days. The 0-1, and he hits it hard, but right at it, drawn in Brandon Elmy at the edge of the grass. And the first baseman takes it himself, and that is the inning. So Gaddis able to dance off the hook. They strand runners on the corners. 2 hits and 2 left. Off we go to the bottom of the second inning. Furman still trailing 2-0 here on the Furman IMG Sports Network.
When it comes to commercial vehicles, break through the clutter with a new Sprinter Worker from Freightliner. Otherwise, your work van isn't getting it done. The Sprinter Worker carries over 1.5 tons with over 300 cubic feet of space and unmatched safety. It starts at just $32,495 with a service interval of up to 20,000 miles. Huge capacity, starting at just $32,495. From Christopher Trucks, Whitehorse at I-85, ChristopherTrucks.com.
Spirit Communications, built for your business and the upstate's choice for voice, data, internet, and fiber services. Let us show you the future with our cutting-edge, unified cloud-based products backed with live 24/7 customer support. Call 517-1200 or click spiritcom.com. Spirit Communications is a proud sponsor of Furman Athletics.
Spirit Communications, keeping you connected.
Paladins trailing at 2-0 here as we enter bottom of inning number 2. It'll be 5, 6, and 7 in the batting order. Brandon Elmy, Cam Whitehead, and Landon Kay against Ricky Dennis. And the first pitch is on the outside corner. Strike 1, a fastball. And Brandon's had a great start, despite the fact that he was hitless down at PC on Tuesday. Still .471 with 2 homers and 5 RBIs. Warm weather at season's beginning has done him well. High chopper over the mound. Shortstop charges in front of the bag, throws in the dirt, and a nice pickup on a tough hop by Aiden Favia at first to retire Elmy for the first down of the inning. Danny Long, the shortstop, had to go a long way to get that. His throw on the run was in the dirt, but a nice pick by Favia. Now here's Cam Whitehead. Cam scuffling a bit since the first couple of games. We had a good cut at a fastball there and found it straight back. Was hitless at PC. His average early on 154, but you know how it is in the first 10, 15, maybe even 20 games of the season. You have a 3-hit day. There's a shot. It's 2-1. He got every last bit of that one to straightaway left field. And that'll help that batting average. His second, RBI number 4. And they cut the deficit in half. It's 2-1. A couple of guys out on the hillside out there, actually getting a little bit of the best of both worlds because spring football practice started. And there's some folks under a tent, so they turn over their left shoulder, they can watch football practice. Over their right shoulder, they can watch baseball, and one of them got a souvenir. Here's Landon Kay. He takes it outside a ball. Landon hit that pinch hit home run in the bottom of the 9th inning against Dayton on Sunday that cut the deficit to 1 at 12-11. Only hit of the year. He's 1 for 5 out of the gate. Has 3 RBIs. Takes the first pitch for a ball, and the second pitch misses outside. It's 2 balls and no strikes. Sims Griffith waiting on deck. Outfield straight away for the right-handed batter. Big, deep breath and a shrug of the shoulders, and Dennis pitches and strike 2 called. Which looked like it was off the plate a little bit outside, but not in the estimation of Tony Williams. 2-1. Dennis winds and delivers. High, 3 balls and a strike. Tell you what, he's getting it up there pretty good. He's got some nice velocity. Kay looking for a pitch he can drive now here ahead in the count 3-1. Big right-hander bringing it plateward. And it's down and away, ball 4. So first walk for Ricky Dennis, and now Sims Griffith will step in. Sims did not play Tuesday, had a stiff back. He said it was bothering him on Sunday. He played in the game against Dayton. Said he had trouble even getting out of bed on Monday. It was a little better Tuesday, but they deemed it not quite well enough to play. Here's a high chopper to third. Looking towards second was Hughes, but decided to go on across to first to retire Griffith as Kay got a good break on a ball that was chopped high off the dirt. Hughes had to wait on it to come down. So 5-3 on the putout. 2 down, and Chadwick Word will bat with the tying run at second base. 250, still looking for his first RBI. He and Dylan Love kind of holding down shortstop until Brett Hebner gets back from that high ankle sprain, and there's good news on that front, we were told today. Swinging a foul fly ball down beyond first and out of play. Hebner took batting practice yesterday, and it's possible he could return to the lineup as early as Tuesday. They were looking more towards next weekend, but Brett telling me in the pregame that it's possible he could play on Tuesday. No balls and a strike to Word. Dennis pitches. And a line drive hit back into left, but right at the left fielder, Shea. Had to move maybe a step to his left, and that was it. Word hit that ball dead on the screws. Furman gets a run back on the Whitehead solo homer. And we are off to the third inning. It's Monmouth on top early, 2-1 on the Furman IMG Sports Network.
You've been sidelined by an injury. The St. Francis Sports Medicine team is here 24/7 to get you back on the field. Our highly trained network of physicians, athletic trainers, and physical therapists treat all types of sports-related injuries, even those that don't occur from playing a sport. Call the St. Francis Hurt Line at 675-HURT for priority appointments or at-home advice. Again, that's 675-HURT.
There's a reason why year after year more people trust Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, Sedan Joyner Realtors to get the job done. It's because we deliver the highest level of real estate services with the utmost integrity, quality, and professionalism. We love what we do, and it shows in every transaction. We've been the undisputed upstate market leader for over 20 years because we do what's right. We handle every transaction with a smile, and we're committed to making your home journey the best it can be. For your best move ever, contact Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, Sedan Joyner Realtors today. Visit sedanjoyner.com and let's get started. Well, Furman got one of the runs back, and it's a 2-1 ball game. Monmouth leading as we go to the top of the third. 2, 3, and 4 in the Hawks batting order. Hughes, Shea, and Jacobowski. Hughes drove in their first run with an RBI single in the first and scored the second on a wild pitch. Left-handed batter takes it outside, ball one. And a smash over the mound into center field, a base hit. So Hughes is 2 for 2. That's 5 hits already for Monmouth. And now Dan Shea, who grounded out hard to second base his first time.
Number 25, Dan Shea.
Just a reminder that tomorrow's game, there will be no streaming video. First pitch is a breaking ball in the outside corner of strike. It'll be stretch audio only. And Tom Van Hoy will have the call there because I'll be over at Timmons Arena doing Furman Wofford basketball in the final regular season game of the year. The 0-1. Ground ball off the glove of Elmy at first into foul territory. On his way around second to third comes Hughes, and they got him on the corners with nobody out. That'll be a base hit. It was off to the left. Elmy got the tip of his glove on it to slow it. But this Hawks group continuing to put the pressure on in the early innings. Now Jacobowski, who struck out his first time. Sunday we'll be back with the video and all the other ways that you can watch the ball game. First pitch in the air, left center, Overton on the run. That's deep enough to get the run in from third. Throw will come back into second. Scoring from third is Hughes, and it's a 3-1 ball game, so Monmouth gets the run right back. Sacrifice fly. RBI number 2 of the season for Jacobowski.
Number 19, Pete Papson.
And here's Pete Papson, who flied to center his first time up. Timeout. Brett Harker going to go out to the mound. He said that he's not going to do this often with Caleb Davis being the pitching coach when he got elevated to the head coaching spot. But occasionally there are specific things he wants to talk about, and this is one of those times. Nobody else is there except for Cam Whitehead, the catcher. After the series this weekend, Paladins have 2 in the midweek. Tuesday will be at USC Upstate. That's a 4 o'clock game. 3:45 airtime. And then Wednesday, back here at Latham, is UNC Asheville comes calling. All right, meeting over. First pitch to Papson, backhanded on the hit the third. Throw to second for 1, on to first. That's a double play. Around the horn they go. Nice play by Crawford. And the 5-4-3 double play ends the inning. But they get another run on 2 hits. Nobody left. We head to the bottom of the third. It's 3-1 Monmouth. Back after this on the Furman IMG Sports Network.
You can party hardy at your next Paladin Tailgate Extravaganza with ABC Party Rentals and Amusements. ABC can set you up with tents, chairs, tables, even Furman table linens to let everyone know your blood runneth purple. How about some inflatables or mechanical rides for the kids to really make it special? ABC Party Rentals is conveniently located near Woodruff Road and I-385. When you tailgate at a Furman football game, do it right with ABC Party Rentals and Amusements. Don't wait. Check them out now at abcgreenville.com.
Dan Scott here to tell you that I have found my breakfast place in the Travelers Rest area, the Hungry Drover. Located at the intersection of Tigerville Road and Highway 290, the Hungry Drover features local eggs, raw milk, homemade breads, and of course their famous gigantic omelets. If it's lunch you crave, check out the barbecue, tomato pie, and the made-from-scratch desserts. And don't forget dinner on Friday nights. Find the full menu and operating hours at hungrydrover.com and like them on Facebook. For catering, call John at 864-901-5040 and enjoy the farm fresh eating experience in the heart of Travelers Rest. That is the Hungry Drover. Top of the order for the Paladins here in the bottom of the third inning, trailing at 3-1. Dan Scott with you. If I've seemed a little distracted, I apologize. Something, at least in my headset, that the audio doesn't sound right or as clean as it should, and I've been trying to fiddle with it, and maybe it's just me. Richards takes it high, ball 1. He struck out on a ball that he tried to check swing on, but third base umpire Daniel Baring said he went too far in the first inning. Still looking for his first hit of the year, the reigning SoCon Freshman of the Year, freshman All-American. Dennis pitches. Swing and a miss. Fastball down. One ball and one strike. Right-hander bringing it. Jabari taking it high. It is 2-1. Richards, Grote, and Crawford here in the third. 2-1 pitch. And he just got under that one. Skied a mile in the air on the infield. Backing a few steps onto the grass, a second baseman Lamberton to put it away, and there's one out. Now Carter Grote, who grounded to second his first time.
Number 5, Carter Grote.
Dennis has now retired the last 3, and Grote takes a breaking ball strike on the outside corner. Hawks with 2 runs in the first, 1 in the top of this third. Furman's run coming on the solo homer by Whitehead in the second inning. The 0-1 pitch. Strike 2 called on the outside corner, and Carter quickly behind 0-2. Again, our email address is furmanbaseball@yahoo.com. furmanbaseball@yahoo.com. And the 0-2 pitch outside. So a ball and 2 strikes to the right-handed batting senior. Dennis winds and delivers. Just missed the outside corner with that one. 2-2 the count. Jake Crawford waiting on deck. Right-hander down with the break-even pitch. Breaking ball, he reached for it and popped it up. Back behind first, Favia. Step onto the grass, makes the catch, and they are 2 down.
Number 7, Jake Crawford.
So 2 away. And now Jake Crawford, who doubled with 2 outs in the first inning, shot one out of the wrong barrel down the first baseline. And Dennis going to work on him. Going for a 1-2-3 third inning. Got the first 2 outs of the first before Crawford doubled. Give up the 1-out homer and then a base on balls in the second. Has retired the first 2 here in the third. Lays off a breaking ball down and away. Ball and a strike. Hawks up 3-1 as we play here in the bottom of inning number 3. The wind and the pitch. Strike called on the outside corner. It's 1-2. Sky Overton on deck, hoping to get a shot here in the inning. Dennis taking his time, getting the sign from his catcher, Bailey. Still looking in, and now the 1-2 pitch on the way. Fastball low. 2-2. So this is where he was with Grote. And he threw him the breaking ball. The outer part of the plate got him to reach for it and pop out to first. Let's see what he does with Crawford here on 2-2. Here it comes. And it was an off-speed pitch, a changeup that just missed low. And the count goes full at 3-2. So he's run the string out on Crawford. And now the payoff on the way. And he swings and he fouls it out of play right side.
Ditch fans, please return all foul balls to the souvenir trailer or to the Furman dugout.
Outfield straight away for the right-handed batter. And now the payoff pitch again. And he just missed with the fastball. Bailey framing. Oh, did they call it a strike? They appealed down to John Becken. I guess he said that he went. I didn't even think he offered at it, much less to the point that it could have been construed as a swing, but they have rung up Jake Crawford. And the inning is over. So the Paladins go in order. We've completed 3 here at Latham Stadium. And Furman trailing it 3-1 here on the Furman IMG Sports Network.
At your next Paladin Tailgate Extravaganza with ABC Party Rentals and Amusements. ABC can set you up with tents, chairs, tables, even Furman table linens to let everyone know your blood runneth purple. How about some inflatables or mechanical rides for the kids to really make it special? ABC Party Rentals is conveniently located near Woodruff Road and I-385. When you tailgate at a Furman football game, do it right with ABC Party Rentals and Amusements. Don't wait. Check them out now at abcgreenville.com.
Dan Scott here to tell you that I have found my breakfast place in the Travelers Rest area, The Hungry Drover. Located at the intersection of Tigerville Road and Highway 290, The Hungry Drover features local eggs, raw milk, homemade breads, and of course their famous gigantic omelets. If it's lunch you crave, check out the barbecue, tomato pie, and the made-from-scratch desserts. And don't forget dinner on Friday nights. Find the full menu and operating hours at hungrydrover.com and like them on Facebook. For catering, call John at 864-901-5040 and enjoy the farm fresh eating experience in the heart of Travelers Rest that is the Hungry Drover. Three-inning totals, Monmouth 3 runs, 6 hits, no errors. They've stranded 2. And the Paladins a run, 2 hits, no errors. They've also left 2. Chris Gaetano leading it off here, the number 6 batter. Took the first pitch for a strike. He takes the second pitch for a strike. And Gaddis quickly ahead, 0-2. 38 pitches for Gaddis after the first 2 to Gaetano. Breaking ball in the dirt, and it hit him. Now, Gaetano going on down to first base. Argument from the dugout is that the ball hit the ground. And now home plate umpire Tony Williams looked and said, I got it. I'm going to ask. And he called the other 2 umpires in for a consultation. It was a hard slider down and in. And they're going to bring him back. And as you might imagine, now here comes Dean Ehalt. So it'll be a ball and 2 strikes. Ehalt and home plate umpire Tony Williams conversing just off to the left of home plate. Cordial conversation. And Gaetano will step back in now with a count of a ball and 2 strikes. Gaetano followed by Bailey and Favia here in the top of the 4th inning. Monmouth up 3-1. The 1-2, fouled out of play left side. One o'clock starts here tomorrow and on Sunday. 1-2 again. Struck him out swinging. Ball rolls away from Whitehead. He picks it up, throws in the dirt, and Elmy couldn't pick it. And that'll be a strikeout and a wild pitch. Tell you what, just as a group, for whatever reason, whole team right now has looked like it's just a little bit out of sync.
Catcher number 21, Ryan Bailey.
An 8-cylinder engine maybe, and only 7 of the cylinders firing. Actually, it's going to be a strikeout and an E2 because a good throw would have gotten him. First error of the year on Whitehead. And the first pitch to Bailey is outside a ball, 1-0. Bailey bounced to short his first time up. First error of the game for either side, and that's 9 errors on the Paladins already this season. Runner goes, ground ball by the mound. There's Word to his left, steps on the bag for 1, throws to first, dug out of the dirt by Elmy, double play. Ball was hit hard right over the mound with the runner going, and with Chadwick Word covering, it put him right in the perfect position. Throw to first was on the right field side and in the dirt, but Elmy got it, and that's a 6-3 double play.
First baseman, number 6, Aiden Favia.
Bases are empty. Second twin killing turn by the Paladins in as many innings, and Aiden Favia takes an off-speed pitch for a strike. That was the second strikeout for Gaddis, by the way, of Gaetano. Strike 2 called. No balls and 2 strikes. Gaddis winds and delivers. Breaking ball, swung on and missed. 3 pitches and see you later. 3 punch outs now for Gaddis. He faces the minimum, strikes out 2. Bottom of the 4th rather, coming up. Paladins is down 3-1 You're listening to the Furman IMG Sports Network.
Stuck in a state of falling behind? Struggling to keep up with your kids, finances, insurance? Then let State Farm agent Steve Borkland in Travelers Rest help you simplify and get to a better state. Because with Steve handling your auto, home, and life insurance, you'll have more time for everything else. More money, too, because adding State Farm policies could mean earning discounts worth up to 40%. That's money Steve can help you put towards a college savings plan. Call State Farm agent Steve Borkland today and get to a better state with State Farm.
At SC Telco Federal Credit Union, we're passionate about helping to improve the financial lives of our members. SC Telco is the first financial institution in South Carolina to offer a Price Lake Savings Account. The Save to Win account allows members to save money, earn interest, and have the chance to win cash prizes. When you're in front of us, you're the only person that matters. Find a location near you at sctelco.com. SC Telco looks forward to serving you. SC Telco is federally insured by the National Credit Union Administration.
Paladins down 3-1 as we hit the bottom of inning number 4 here at Latham Stadium. First of 3 between Furman and Monmouth. Sky Overton, Brandon Elmy, Cam Whitehead. 4, 5, and 6 in Brett Harker's batting order. Overton bounced to short, ending the first inning. Through 3, Ricky Dennis has allowed 2 hits, has struck out 2 and walked 1. Takes a big, deep breath, and his first pitch to Overton is a swing and a miss late on a fastball away. Hides his chin behind his glove, holds his glove out in front of his face as he gets the sign. Rocket foul up to the top section of the stands, first base side. Everybody's okay, it appears. That'll wake him up down there. Overton behind, no balls and 2 strikes. It's got one of the mannerisms of former Paladin Matty Salter out there on the mound. Before every pitch is a shoulder shrug and a big deep breath. Pitch, high. 1 and 2, the counts. Outfield just about straight away. Jacobowski a step or 2 towards left center out in center field. Dennis with the 1-2. High, 2 and 2 the count. Lamberton at second, shading up the middle and playing back at about the edge of the grass. A shortstop Long also back of the edge of the grass. And now the 2-2 count. Pitch. Rocket fair. Inside of third, down the left field line, into the corner. And the visitors' bullpen, Overton cruising into second base as Shea gets it back to the infield. That is a lead-off double for Sky Overton here in the 4th inning. He turned on that fastball and rocketed a shot inside the bag fair. And there's a runner in scoring position with the Paladins down 2 here in the 4th for Brandon Elmy. Elmy's grounded to short his first time. So Dennis looking into the sign, or get the sign. Bailey has to get it from the dugout first. Now he flashes. And Elmy asks for time. So a chance to get a run closer, or Elmy were to pop one out of here, tie the game up. First pitch from Dennis. Fastball up, and he's hacking at it and fouling it off to the right, out of play. Cam Whitehead on deck. He has already homered here today. Elmy's job, short of a base hit to drive in the run, hit it the other way and get Overton the third. Pitch, and it's in the air, right side of the infield. First baseman Favia at the edge of the grass, out beyond the cutout, makes the catch. And there's one out that was not a productive out.
Furman catcher, number 16.
Now Whitehead, who launched a solo home run to left field his first time up, his second of the year, now 4 RBIs. Overton out at second now with 1 out. And the first pitch to Whitehead is up and in, ball 1. Happy to have you with us on Stretch Audio, on the iHeartRadio app, on YouTube, watching the video. And as of today, here on campus in the surrounding area, 95.9 FM. Pitch. Just kind of under that one. Hit it out in the shallow center field. Jacobowski coming, still coming, and makes the catch about 10 feet from the infield grass. So Overton doubles to lead off the inning, then a pop-up and a very shallow fly ball from Elmy and Whitehead, respectively. And Paladins are going to get on the board. It's going to be up to Landon Kay to do something now with 2 outs. Kay walked his first time. Center fielder Jacobowski moves over into right center a good deal. Breaking ball in there for a strike. Shea in left, moving a bit towards the gap as well. So expecting him to maybe hit the ball the other way in the air. The second baseman, meanwhile, Lamberton again shaded way up the middle. Foul out of play right side and landing behind 0-2. Next inning, we'll take our first look at the scoreboard. Across the rest of the SoCon and beyond a little bit. Kay in a no-ball, 2-strike hole. And now time is called. Now ready to go after the timeout. The no-ball, 2-strike pitch to Kay on the way. A breaking ball hit off the end of the bat, right side of the infield, and Lamberton comes a long way to pick it up and does, and throws him out, and the inning is over. So a leadoff double goes by the boards for the Paladins here in the 4th inning. We've completed 4, and Furman still trails at 3-1. You're listening to the Furman IMG Sports Network. Dan Scott here to tell you that I have found my breakfast place in the Travelers Rest area, the Hungry Drover. Located at the intersection of Tigerville Road and Highway 290, the Hungry Drover features local eggs, raw milk, homemade breads, and of course their famous gigantic omelets. If it's lunch you crave, check out the barbecue, tomato pie, and the made-from-scratch desserts. And don't forget dinner on Friday nights. Find the full menu and operating hours at hungrydrover.com and like them on Facebook. For catering, call John at 864-901-5040 and enjoy the farm fresh eating experience in the heart of Travelers Rest. That is the Hungry Drover.
If you've been sidelined with an injury, sore joint, or back pain, the experts of Piedmont Orthopedic Associates can offer you both surgical and non-surgical care to get you moving again. Piedmont Orthopedic Associates' 15 surgeons and 2 spine physicians are all board certified and are committed to providing you with excellent orthopedic care. Visit us online at getmovingwithpoa.com.
9-1 and 2 in the Monmouth batting order here in inning number 5. Danny Long leading it off. He had an infield hit his first time up. Takes a strike from Gaddis. Though he did not get him in order because of the throwing error after the strikeout, he did face the minimum in the 4th inning. And there's a fastball strike at the knees. It's 0-2. On the scoreboard, top of the 5th, East Tennessee State leading Western Michigan up in Johnson City, 8-5. 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Got him to chase a breaking ball up. And that's 4 punch-outs for Will Gaddis, and 3 of them have come in the last 4 batters.
Now batting your second baseman, number 24, Grant Lamberton.
Here's Lamberton, who's doubled and scored and grounded out hard to Elmy at first in 2 times up. VMI at home leading Bucknell, bottom of the 6th, 4-1. Samford at Florida State trailing 5-0, top of the 2nd inning in Tallahassee. Fly ball foul down the left field side, out of play. Michigan State up 1-0 at UNCG, top of the 2nd inning. Western Carolina, Marshall up in Cullowhee, no score. And still to come, Citadel hosting Delaware State. Wofford entertains James Madison. Fly ball to left towards the line is Grote. He'll put it away and quickly 2 down. And Mercer at home tonight taking on Hartford. 4 in a row retired by Gaddis, looking for his first true 1-2-3 inning here in the 5th.
Third baseman, number 37, Shane Hughes.
Tough customer here, Hughes. 2 for 2 with an RBI and a pair of runs scored. He's hit it hard twice. First pitch, down low, a ball. That was pitch number 59 for Gaddis here with 2 outs in the 5th inning, so the pitch count's okay. That one misses, not by much, 2-0. They got 2 in the 1st, 1 in the 3rd. Furman's run came on the Whitehead homer in the 2nd. Off-speed pitch misses down and in, 3 balls and no strikes. So Gaddis a pitch away from walking Hughes. There's a strike, 3-1. If you go back a year ago, he only walked 20 hitters all season, walked 2 in his first start last Friday. 3-1 pitch, rocket, right field toward the line. That's in for a base hit. Hughes rather, 3 for 3. Kay got to it quickly, got it back to the infield. That's hit number 7 for Monmouth and extends the inning for Dan Shea, the left fielder who
number 25,
is
Dan
1 for
Shea.
2, a bouncer to second, and a single and 2 times up. So Gaddis back to the stretch. And the first pitch, breaking ball strike. You're thinking stolen base. Of the 9 batters in the order, only the on-deck hitter, Tom Jacobowski, has attempted a stolen base. He's 2 out of 3 on the season. That ball's way high and outside. One ball, 1 strike. Pitch. Breaking ball misses the outside corner. 2-1 the count. Whitehead held it there for just a minute. Runner at first, 2 down. Top of the 5th. Fly ball right. Kay going back toward the gap a bit and shy of the warning track, makes the catch, and the inning is over.
And the top of the 5th for the Hawks. There were no runs.
So they get a 2-out single, and that's all. Halfway through the lid lifter of this 3-game series, And the Paladins find themselves down 3-1. Back to Latham in a minute. This is the Furman IMG Sports Network.
Stuck in a state of falling behind? Struggling to keep up with your kids, finances, insurance? Then let State Farm agent Steve Borkland in Travelers Rest help you simplify and get to a better state. Because with Steve handling your auto, home, and life insurance, you'll have more time for everything else. More money, too, because adding State Farm policies could mean earning discounts worth up to 40%. That's money Steve can help you put towards a college savings plan. Call State Farm agent Steve Borkland today and get to a better state with State Farm.
Let me tell you something, Cowboy. This rookie can really bring the heat.
He's smoky and spicy with a Chipotle style all his own.
It's a new Montgomery Inn Chipotle barbecue sauce. Make it a part of your home team.
Available now at your neighborhood grocer or online at CincyFavorites.com.
Now this Furman offense about due to get something rolling. Talking about a group that has scored through the first 4 games of the season, a total of 35 runs. Of course, it was at PC on Tuesday where they didn't score at all until the 5th, but then put runs up in 4 consecutive innings. Cam Whitehead homered in the second here for the Paladins' only run. And they trail it 3-1 as Sims Griffith steps in to lead it off, the number 8 hitter. He grounded to third his first time up, and he takes that one inside a ball. Griffith, Word, and Richards, 8, 9, and 1 here in the bottom of the 5th inning, and Furman trailing 3-1. Dennis Wines and the 1-0. Line drive over the second baseman into right center field, a base hit. Over into the gap to get it is the right fielder Gaetano. And Griffith, a leadoff base hit here in the 5th. Paladins got the leadoff double by Sky Overton last inning and couldn't advance him at all.
Shortstop, number 30, Chadwick Word.
So now Chadwick Word, who lined hard to the left fielder his first time up. Throw to first and back hands versus Griffith. Both middle infielders, Long at short, Lamberton at second, really cheating toward the bag. So you've got big holes on both sides of the infield, especially the right side with the first baseman, Favia, of course, holding on the runner. First pitch, high, a ball snap throw down to first by the catcher Bailey, but not in time. Decent crowd on hand here today at Latham Stadium. Not quite what we had on opening day a week ago, but still not bad, especially for the 4 o'clock start. Runner bluffs ago, pitch is taken for a strike on the outside corner. Again a throw down. And again, Griffith backhands first. 1 ball, 1 strike. Word took a glance down at Taylor Harbin in the third base coaching box. Now waiting as Dennis comes set at the letters and pitches. Chopper slowly hit left side. Third baseman Hughes on the grass, fields and throws. Only play was at first. Retired Word by a step as Griffith advances to second. So 1 out.
Designated hitter, number 6.
And now we go back to the top of the order for Jabari Richards, who is 0 for 2 in his season opening slump. Now has him at 0 for 10. Struck out swinging in the first, popped out to second in the third. Well, while a long one here would tie it up, I'd just like to see him hit a line drive in a hole somewhere and get him going. First pitch to him. And he had a funky little swing and a pitch on the outer part of the plate and fouled it. at the plate. No balls and a strike. Carter Grote on deck. Furman down 3-1 here in the fifth. Have a runner at second and one out. Third baseman Hughes, even with the bag and a step shy of the cutout, playing off the line. Griffith steps away from a breaking ball down and in. Gave you the SoCon scoreboard in the top of the inning. Look at the Metro Atlantic here. For you Monmouth fans who may be tuned in. That pitch misses outside. It's 2 balls and a strike. Besides this one going on, one final. Marist, a 9-3 winner over Indiana State. Bottom of the 8th inning, Ryder and Charlotte 2-2 at Charlotte. Siena trailing 7-2 at Pittsburgh, bottom of the 7th. 2-1 pitch. Breaking ball misses outside, 3-1. Iona, North Carolina Central, scoreless top of the 5th. And still to come today, Canisius at Fort Wayne. Quinnipiac at Campbell, Manhattan at Central Florida, and Fairfield at Lamar. 3 balls and a strike to Richards, trying to find a hole somewhere and get a run in here, make this a 1-run ball game. Pitch to him, and he grounds it by the mound. There's the second baseman, Lamberton. Throws him out, and there are 2 down. Well, it's a small sample size. By the way, Griffith advances to third.
Left fielder, number 5, Carter.
But that pitch was on the outer half of the plate, and most of last year, Jabari Richards would have hit that ball the other way and might have hit it over the 350 sign. But he reached for it and pulled it that time on the ground to the right side of the second base bag. So now it's going to take something with 2 outs and Carter Grote, who's 0 for 2, and a big sweeping breaking ball way outside. Backhanded by Bailey. It's a ball and no strikes. Okay, 3-1 Monmouth here, bottom of the 5th. The 1-0. Strike call. Outside corner. 1 ball and 1 strike. Griffith leading at third with 2 down. Pitch. High. 2-1 to Grote. The 2-1. Breaking ball misses outside, 3-1. Jake Crawford on deck. And again, this is just game number 5 of the season, but Carter Grote with 2 outs hitting .714. Pitch in the air, hard, right center field, but getting over into the gap is Gaetano to make the catch, and the inning is over. Second straight inning, Furman gets the leadoff hitter aboard and can't get him around. We've completed 5 here at Latham Stadium. Paladins trailing Monmouth 3-1. You're listening to the Furman IMG Sports Network.
The commercial vehicles. Break through the clutter with a new Sprinter Worker from Freightliner. Otherwise, your work van isn't getting it done. The Sprinter Worker carries over 1.5 tons with over 300 cubic feet of space and unmatched safety. It starts at just $32,495 with a service interval of up to 20,000 miles. Huge capacity, starting at just $32,495. From Christopher Trucks, Whitehorse at I-85, ChristopherTrucks.com.
Spirit Communications, built for your business and the upstate's choice for voice, data, internet, and fiber services. Let us show you the future with our cutting-edge, unified cloud-based products backed with live 24/7 customer support. Call 517-1200 or click spiritcom.com. Spirit Communications is a proud sponsor of Furman Athletics.
Spirit Communications, keeping you connected.
I'm going to go to the 6th, middle third of the batting order for the Hawks. Tom Jakubowski is 0 for 1 with the sacrifice fly. Left-handed batter against 7 of their 9 in the batting order, swinging from the left side. And he shows bunt, pulls the bat back, and it cost him a strike on the inside corner. I would imagine with that left-handed heavy lineup, first time that he has to go to the bullpen, talking about Brett Harker, that Billy Greenfield would be a likely candidate. Would be a likely candidate pretty much all series long. Of course, lefty Grant Sherman will go tomorrow as that pitch is fouled into the netting third base side. And Gaddis ahead of Jakubowski. No balls and 2 strikes. Pitches. Breaking ball struck him out swinging. 5 punch outs for Will.
Designated hitter, number 19, Pete Patterson.
Has retired 9 of the last 11, so really settling in after giving up 6 hits in the first 3 innings. And those 3 runs. Strike to Pete Papson, the DH, who's 0 for 2. Bounced into a 5-4-3 double play last time. That was a pretty big play in this game. Hits this one in the air on the infield. Crawford backing, third baseman calling on the grass a couple of steps, makes the catch, and they are 2 down.
Now batting the right fielder, number 22, Chris Gaetano.
So now Gaetano, who singled and he struck out last time, but the ball was in the dirt, rolled away from Whitehead, who then threw wildly to first base, allowing Gaetano to reach on the error. Left-handed batter. And he swings and he fouls it out of play left side, 0-1. Gaddis delivers. Just missed inside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Working quickly, swing and a miss. Off-speed pitch down and away, and it's 1-2. Gaddis rocks, and he fires. And it's hit off of a right to Elmy at first. It made a nice play on an in-between hop. Takes it to the bag himself, and that is the first 1-2-3 inning of the game here, and it comes in the 6th inning. Middle of the 6th. Furman still trailing at 3-1 here on the Furman IMG Sports Network.
If you've been sidelined by an injury, the St. Francis Sports Medicine team is here 24/7 to get you back on the field. Our highly trained network of physicians, athletic trainers, and physical therapists treat all types of sports-related injuries, even those that don't occur from playing a sport. Call the St. Francis Hurt Line at 675-HU-RT for priority appointments or at-home advice. Again, that's 675-HU-RT.
There's a reason why year after year more people trust Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, Sedan Joyner Realtors to get the job done. It's because we deliver the highest level of real estate services with the utmost integrity, quality, and professionalism. We love what we do, and it shows in every transaction. We've been the undisputed upstate market leader for over 20 years because we do what's right. We handle every transaction with a smile, and we're committed to making your home journey the best it can be. For your best move ever, contact Berkshire Hathaway Home Services. See Dan Joyner Realtors today. Visit cdanjoyner.com and let's get started. Bottom six, Furman trailing 3-1. Dan Scott with you here on the broadcast today. Another gorgeous day for baseball. 3, 4, and 5 in the order to face Ricky Dennis, who's been outstanding. 4 hits in a run through the first 5 innings. Jake Crawford has doubled and struck out in his 2 times up. The strikeout was very controversial. He hits this one hard, but right at the second baseman. Lamberton shading all of the right-handed hitters toward the bag, and they have been dead on today. They've been wearing the ball out, hitting it to him. First pitch swinging, Crawford is retired.
Center fielder, number 17, Scott Overton.
Now Overton, who has bounced short and doubled hard into the left field corner. First pitch, breaking ball that stays upstairs. Swing and a miss. Chased a pitch off the plate outside. 1-1 the count. Dennis winds and delivers. Swing and a miss again. Another pitch down. And Overton now behind a ball and 2 strikes. Steps out of the box for a moment. Now back in. Big deep breath by the 6'8" right-hander. The 1-2 pitch. Outside, 2-2 the count. So the count even at 2-2 now on Sky Overton. With 1 out here in the 6th. And a breaking ball that bounces up there off the glove, way up in the air, and drops on the grass behind the plate. And the count's full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Overton, as usual, taking his time settling back in. And now the payoff pitch on the way. And he walked him. That's a good at bat by Sky. He was behind a ball and 2 strikes. Actually plate appearance because it's not an official at bat. Now Brandon Elmy. Bounces short, popped up to first and 2 times up. First pitch to him is in for a strike. (3-1). Paladins trailing it here in the bottom of the 6th. Runner at first, 1 down. Dennis pitching, and it's outside. One ball, 1 strike to count to Elmy. And a turn and a throw to first. Elmy now Whitehead in a moment. First pitch, or the pitch rather, outside. It's 3 balls and a strike. Check that, 2 balls and a strike. Elmy ahead in the count and waiting. And another throw to first base. So paying a lot of attention to Overton, who, as you know, will steal a base. Now the 2-1 to Elmy. In the air, right center field. That's going to be up the gap and roll all the way to the wall. Here comes Overton around third. He is going to score. Elmy stops at second. Opposite field RBI double, and it's a 1-run ball game at 3-2. Hit it up the gap in right center field all the way to the fence, and Overton scored easily. And now it's a 1-run ball game, and the tying run is in scoring position. And we're going to get a visit to the mound from the pitching coach. Gives us a chance to again remind you of the broadcast plans for the rest of the weekend. Tomorrow for baseball, it is stretch audio only through FurmanPaladins.com. That's the only venue. No live streaming video. Tom Van Hoy will have that call. I'll be doing basketball as Furman and Wofford close out the regular season at Timmons Arena. Senior day for Nico Medved's Paladins at 2 o'clock. You'll hear that game on the Furman IMG Sports Network, but also that feed comes from the TV simulcast, ESPN3, and for this one also My 40 live TV here in the upstate. And up in Asheville. And then Sunday back to the full number of outlets for the baseball game, including video. Here's Cam Whitehead, and he takes the first pitch upstairs, a ball. Cam is homered and fly to center, shallow center, and 2 times up. So Elmy's double makes it a 1-run game at 3-2, and now he's the tying run at second with 1 out. Starting to get some action down in their bullpen, a left-hander throwing. And there's a strike. Long look into the catcher. And now the pitch. Breaking ball lined right at the third baseman. 2 down. Scrambling back to second was Elmy. Whitehead hit it hard, but right at Hughes. So 2 away. And Landon Kay now. He's walked and bounced to second at 2 times up. So now it'll take a 2-out hit to tie this game. And the first pitch to Kay is in there for a strike. Elmy out at second with 2 down. Pitch. Breaking ball low. 1 ball and 1 strike. It is either Brian Reese or Kyle Ajan. It's either 32 or 42 warming up down there. A ball and a strike to Kay. Pitch. Fouled out of play. right side and landing behind now. A ball and 2 strikes. Sims Griffith on deck. A run in the inning. The one-out walk to Overton. The RBI double to right center by Elmy. And then Whitehead out on a rocket shot to third. And now Landon Kay behind. A ball and 2 strikes with Elmy, the tying run, still out at second base and 2 down. Pitch. Off-speed pitch in the dirt. 2-2. Tried to get him to chase, but he held off. Outfield is straight away again. A huge hole on the right side with Lamberton, the second baseman, cheating toward the bag, shading way up the middle. 2-2 pitch. Again a breaking ball in the dirt. And the count goes full to Kay at 3-2. This will be pitch number 83 for Ricky Dennis. Long look into his catcher, Bailey. And the payoff to Kay on the way. And strike 3 called. Off-speed pitch, and it locked him up. He was looking for something else. Couldn't pull the trigger, and the inning is over. Paladins get a run, though. Draw 1 run closer. Strand a runner. And after 6, Monmouth continues to lead it 3-2. This is the Furman IMG Sports Network. Dan Scott here to tell you that I have found my breakfast place in the Travelers Rest area, the Hungry Drover. Located at the intersection of Tigerville Road and Highway 290, the Hungry Drover features local eggs, raw milk, homemade breads, and of course their famous gigantic omelets. If it's lunch you crave, check out the barbecue, tomato pie, and the made-from-scratch desserts. And don't forget dinner on Friday nights. Find the full menu and operating hours at hungrydrover.com and like them on Facebook. For catering, call John at 864-901-5040 and enjoy the farm fresh eating experience in the heart of Travelers Rest. That is the Hungry Drover.
If you've been sidelined with an injury, sore joint, or back pain, the experts of Piedmont Orthopedic Associates can offer you both surgical and non-surgical care to get you moving again. Piedmont Orthopedic Associates' 15 surgeons and 2 spine physicians are all board certified and are committed to providing you with excellent orthopedic care. Visit us online at getmovingwithpoa.com.
Six-inning totals for Monmouth: 3 runs, 7 hits, no errors. They've stranded 3. And the Paladins, 2 runs, 5 hits, an error. They've left 5. First pitch to Ryan Bailey is fouled out of play left side. No balls and a strike. He has grounded to short twice. The last time a 6-3 double play. Gaddis delivers, and it's outside. Or on the outside corner, rather. 0-2. Bottom third of the order, Bailey, Favia, and Long. Strike 3 called. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. 6 of them now for Gaddis. Starting to get some shuffling around down in the Furman bullpen. Aiden Favia has flied to right and struck out swinging it 2 times up and steps away from a pitch down and in, ball 1. There's a strike call. 1 ball and 1 strike. And he bounced that one up there. 2 balls and a strike. Swing and a miss. Two balls and 2 strikes to count. Break even pitch and a slow roller foul, first base side. Struck him out swinging. Fastball down and away, and he didn't really have a shot at that one. 7 strikeouts for Gaddis. Back-to-back here in the 6th.
Shortstop, number 2, Danny Long.
And before Danny Long steps in, the third base coach, Chris Colazzo, calls him down to have a quick conference with him. Or calls him up the line, I should say. So here's Long, an infield single and a strikeout. And he swings and he hits it in the air, but foul and out of play left side. No balls and a strike. Gaddis trying for his second straight 1-2-3 inning. As we anticipated, Billy Greenfield throwing down in the Paladin bullpen. There's strike 2. Pitch count at 86 now. It's very likely as Gaddis' last inning this early in the season. 0-2 pitch. Missed down and away with a fastball, 1-2. After giving up the 3 runs in the first 3 innings, he's really settled down. Breaking ball in the dirt. Has allowed just 1 hit over the last 3 2/3 innings, trying for his second straight 1-2-3 inning here with the shortstop Long batting with a count of 2 balls and 2 strikes and 2 outs. Pitch, struck him out swinging. In the dirt, Whitehead caught it cleanly. He strikes out the side, and if it was the last inning for Will Gaddis, he finishes with a flourish. We have reached the 7th inning stretch. Paladins down a run, 3-2. Back to Latham after this on the Furman IMG Sports Network.
Rookie can really bring the heat.
He's smoky and spicy with a Chipotle style all his own.
It's a new Montgomery Inn Chipotle barbecue sauce. Make it a part of your home team.
Available now at your neighborhood grocer or online at CincyFavorites.com.
When you go in search of a fence company, what's your criteria? Experience? Trust? A company that gets it right the first time and stand behind its work? Then your search is over. Faulkner Fence has been Greenville's fence company for more than 40 years. Ed Faulkner started the business, and now son Todd continues the tradition of excellence. So regardless of your fencing needs, commercial, industrial, or residential, trust the company that Greenville has trusted for over 4 decades. Faulkner Fence, 864-271-4626, or online at FaulknerFenceCompany.com.
Your attention, please. Now pitching.
Well, the bottom of the 7th rolling around, and the afternoon is done for Ricky Dennison. He was very good. 6 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs earned, struck out 3, walked 2 through 83 pitches. And he will give way to left-handed Justin Andrews, 5'10", 160-pound senior from Langhorne, Pennsylvania. Andrews pitched 3 innings of relief in a single appearance last weekend at Florida Atlantic. 2 hits, no runs, a walk, a strikeout. One of the hits was a double. Also hit a batter. So his job is to protect this lead, scant as it is. And the Paladins now get a look at a new pitcher, this one coming from the port side. Sims Griffith, 1 for 2, singled his last time up. And Andrews bringing it, and the pitch is a strike on the outside corner. Third baseman Hughes a step behind the bag and out near the cutout. Breaking ball down. 1 ball, 1 strike. Griffith, Word, and Richards. 8, 9, and 1 here in the 7th. Pitch. Outside, 2 balls and a strike. Well, Mrs. Harker, Tiffany, has dropped us an email. Says, thank you for the play-by-play, killing me not to be there, but cheering the Paladins on from our sick beds. Emma still cheering. Hashtag 2 sick girls. Popped up. Shallow right, going out the second baseman, Lamberton, and he'll make the catch in front of the right fielder, Chris Gaetano, and there's 1 out. Well, on behalf of all of us well people, we thank you for thinking enough of us to stay home while you're convalescing, and we hope that you feel better. And by well, I mean not sick. I'm not talking about necessarily any mental aptitude. Not mentioning any names, Chris Carter. Chadwick Word is lined hard to left and bounced to third and takes a breaking ball from the left-hander. A strike on the outside corner. Billy Greenfield throwing with a purpose down in the bullpen now, so no doubt Will Gaddis' day is done. Hard ground ball, diving stop by the third baseman. That's a fair ball, gets up, throws, and he got it. And a bang-bang play at first base. And you can put a star by that one. Shane Hughes taking one away from Chadwick Word. That would have been extra bases and the tying run in scoring position. Instead, it's 2 outs, and now Jabari Richards, who's 0 for 3 and 0 for 11 on the season, stepping in. That's a fine defensive play by Hughes down at third. Andrews works from the stretch full time. And his first pitch is swung on and missed by Richards. He's played good old-fashioned hardball with him there and threw it by him, 0-1. They give Jabari a bunch of room in right center. The 0-1 misses down and away, 1 ball and 1 strike. Carter Grote on deck. Monmouth up 3-2 here in the 7th inning, bottom 7th, first of 3 between these teams this weekend here at Latham. Pitch, breaking ball and ground ball up the middle. There's the shortstop behind the bag throwing, and he got him. So Long ranging to his left, behind the bag to pick it, and the Paladins go in order here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Off we go to the 8th. Hawks still leading the Paladins 3-2. This is the Furman IMG Sports Network.
Stuck in a state of falling behind? Struggling to keep up with your kids, finances, insurance? Then let State Farm agent Steve Borkland in Travelers Rest help you simplify and get to a better state. Because with Steve handling your auto, home, and life insurance, you'll have more time for everything else. More money, too, because adding State Farm policies could mean earning discounts worth up to 40%. That's money Steve can help you put towards a college savings plan. Call State Farm agent Steve Borkland today and get to a better state with State Farm.
At SC Telco Federal Credit Union, we're passionate about helping to improve the financial lives of our members. SC Telco is the first financial institution in South Carolina to offer a Prize Lake savings account. The Save to Win account allows members to save money, earn interest, and have the chance to win cash prizes. When you're in front of us, you're the only person that matters. Find a location near you at sctelco.com. SC Telco looks forward to serving you. SC Telco is federally insured by the National Credit Union Administration.
Top of the 8th inning. Billy Greenfield comes on for the Paladins to replace Will Gaddis. Greenfield making his 4th appearance, no record, a 159 earned run average, 5 2/3 innings, a hit, a run, it was earned, has struck out 8 and walked only 1, and the opposition hitting .056 against him. And his first pitch to the leadoff hitter, Grant Lamberton. Top of the order due up here, misses ball 1. Will Gaddis, very good. After the rough start, settled down, 7 innings, 7 hits, 3 runs earned, no walks, 8 strikeouts, and threw 89 pitches. 2-0. Lamberton is 1 for 3, a double leading off the game, and scored the first run. Since then, he's bounced to first and flied to left. Pitch. Breaking ball. Hit down the left field line, foul, and twisting out of play. Two balls and a strike. Lamberton out of the box for a moment, now back in. And a ground ball to second, routine for Griffith. Throws on to Elmy, and there's 1 out. Gaddis finished with a flourish, retiring 7 in a row.
Third baseman, number 37.
10 of the last 11. And of those 10 outs, he struck out 6. Here's Shane Hughes, the third baseman. Perfect 3 for 3 with an RBI and 2 runs scored, and also flashing some leather down there at third in the bottom of the 7th. Takes the first 2 pitches down and away, and Greenfield behind in the count, 2 balls and no strikes. Monmouth on top, 3-2. And the first of 3 here. Ground ball to short. Word gets. He throws. 2 away. If you weren't with us a little earlier, Brett Harker telling me prior to the game that Brett Hebner took batting practice yesterday, and they could have him back as early as Tuesday of next week when Furman goes to USC Upstate, first of 2 midweek games. Been out since the 2nd game of the year with a high ankle sprain, but his recovery has been extremely rapid. Here's Dan Shea, takes a strike. Greenfield looking for a perfect inning. If he gets it, that'll be 3 straight 1-2-3 innings for Paladin pitching. Shea 1 for 3, a single sandwiched around a ground out and a fly out. In between, I should say. Breaking ball strike, and it's 0-2. Paladin's got to get the bats rolling. Got 2 more shots at him to do something about a 1-run deficit. 0-2 pitch. Hit hard, but on 1 hop right at Griffith. Throws him out, and the inning is over. Good job by Greenfield. They go in order for the 3rd straight inning. Middle of the 8th. Paladins continue to trail it 3-2. You're listening to the Furman IMG Sports Network.
When you go in search of a fence company, what's your criteria? Experience? Trust? A company that gets it right the first time and stand behind its work? Then your search is over. Faulkner Fence has been Greenville's fence company for more than 40 years. Ed Faulkner started the business, and now son Todd continues the tradition of excellence. So regardless of your fencing needs, commercial, industrial, or residential, trust the company that Greenville has trusted for over 4 decades. Faulkner Fence, 864-271-4626, or online at faulknerfencecompany.com.
Hi, Furman fans. Dan Scott here for UPS. Your customers want more from your business. You've got to make more happen, whether they're in Greenville or on the other side of the world, globally or locally. UPS is building solutions to help businesses give their customers exactly what they want. More made easy. UPS, the official logistics company of Furman Athletics.
Time is getting short for the Furman offense here. Just 6 outs remaining. Down a run, 3-2. Justin Andrews on for his second inning of work. And he'll be facing 2, 3, and 4. Grote, Crawford, and Overton here in the 8th inning. Grote, uncharacteristically, has not been on base at all in this game. Last time up, hit a ball hard to right, but right at Chris Gaetano. Shows a bunt here and takes a strike on a good breaking ball from the lefty Andrews. 0-1. Give Carter room out in right center field. Big hole in the right side with the second baseman shading that way. Pulled the string on it, and Carter almost screwed himself into the ground. He was so far in front on that swing. It's 0-2. Hughes down at third, a couple of steps toward the line here in the late innings. 0-2 pitch. Reaches for it, taps it to short. Charging his long, running throw from the edge of the grass, and he got him by a step. Grote is 0 for 4. Now Jake Crawford doubled in the first. Since then has struck out looking and bounced to second.
Number 7, Jake Crawford.
Andrews looking into Bailey for the sign, and his first pitch on the way to Crawford. Fastball hit in the air down the right field line, shallow. That is a fair ball. Rolling into foul territory. It drops for a hit. Gaetano got to it quickly, and Crawford drops a single down the right field line, and he's the tying run with 1 out for Sky Overton.
Center fielder, number 17.
Overton's had a good day. After bouncing to short in the first, he doubled leading off the fourth, but was stranded. Then drew a 1-out walk after falling behind a ball and 2 strikes in the 6th, and scored on the Elmy double. Now, they've got nobody throwing down in their bullpen. They've got several guys down there, but right now it's Justin Andrews versus the world. And his first pitch on the way to Overton. And he lays off a pitch off the plate outside, ball 1. Monmouth with 2 in the first, 1 in the third. Paladins got the solo homer from Whitehead in the second, the RBI double from Elmy in the 6th. And that's where we stand here in the bottom of the 8th with 1 on and 1 out. Throw to first and back with a dive is Jake Crawford. Outfield straightaway. Big hole on the left side of the infield for Overton. Now you got the shortstop also cheating up the middle, so sizable holes both ways. The 1-0. Off the mid of the catcher, rolling back to the backstop. Crawford will get to second, take a big turn as Bailey digs it out on the warning track, and that is the tying run in scoring position. That'll be a pass ball on the catcher, Bailey. Pitch was up and outside. Could have caught it, but didn't. And now a base hit with any distance to it at all ties this game. Overton ahead in the count, 2 balls and no strikes. Pitch, and he's swinging and fouling it over the first base dugout into the stands. Two and one. Brandon Elmy waiting on deck. Tying run at second, 1 out. Bottom of the 8th. Pitch. Swing and a miss. Took something off of it. Had him out in front a bit. 2-2 the count. Overton steps out. Takes a big, deep breath. Now taps the head of the bat on the plate as he settles back in. Andrews with the ball in his left hand behind his back, glove tucked under his arm as he sides the sign. Now comes set at the belt. The 2-2 pitch. Change up, misses down and away, and he's run the count full on Sky Overton. Looking for a pitch he can handle and get a base hit that would tie this game. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Crawford at second base. The payoff pitch, and it's in the air down the right field line, twisting. Can anybody get there? Did the first baseman make the catch? He did, over the shoulder, sliding, making the catch in foul territory was Aiden Favia to retire Overton. And now they appeal back to second as Crawford had tagged and moved up to third. And first base umpire John Benkin in the middle of the diamond on the appeal called him out to end the inning, said he left early. Brett Harker immediately sprints out and is arguing the call. And his argument is, how can you see the catch and see the runner leave all at the same time? And he's still standing there talking, and Benkin is walking away from it. Side is retired. We go to the 9th. Paladins down a run, 3-2. Back after this on the Furman IMG Sports Network.
Did you know that Bojangles Master Biscuit Makers go through a 48-step baking process for every batch of biscuits? And did you know that they make those biscuits every 20 minutes all day long? It may seem like a lot of work for fresh, delicious biscuits, but you see, when it comes to biscuits, there's the easy way and there's the made-from-scratch way. We think you'll agree that the made-from-scratch way just tastes better. Head to Bojangles and try our hickory-flavored smoked sausage on a made-from-scratch buttermilk biscuit. Bojangles, it's bow time.
Let me tell you something, Cowboy. This rookie can really bring the heat.
He's smoky and spicy with a Chipotle style all his own.
It's a new Montgomery Inn Chipotle barbecue sauce. Make it a part of your home team.
Available now at your neighborhood grocer or online at CincyFavorites.com.
Well, off we go to the 9th inning. Paladins still trailing at 3-2. Billy Greenfield, his second inning of relief work. He'll face the middle third of the batting order for Monmouth. Well, that was a tough set of circumstances for the Paladins at the top of the inning. I'll be interested to hear when we do our post-game interview for the website from Brett Harker. Here's a bunt, first base side. Elmy gets to it, throws to Greenfield, not in time. And Greenfield showing uncharacteristic emotion on that call by Benkin. quickly had to turn and walk away. Bang, bang play at first base. He got the safe call. And now Caleb Davis, the pitching coach, going to go out and make sure that Greenfield flushes that and has his mind set. You want to keep this at a one-run deficit. But anyway, I'll be interested to hear from Brett Harker when we talk to him what the explanation was, because Benkin, it would have been impossible for him to have seen the out being made on the over-the-shoulder sliding sensational catch by Favia and then turn in time to see whether Crawford had left early. It just would have been physically impossible. And I think that was Brett's argument. So the meeting at the mound over. Pete Papson, the DH, 0 for 3. Fly out, bounce into a 5-4-3 double play and a pop out. Well, that would be a big insurance run if Monmouth could get him around. Greenfield's first pitch to the right-handed hitter is inside, ball 1. So the leadoff bunt single stops Furman pitching's consecutive batters retired streak at 10. Chopper foul past Collazo in the third base coaching box. It's 1-1. 1 o'clock tomorrow, game 2 of the series. Grant Sherman going for the Paladins. Not sure who's going for Monmouth. Tom Van Hoy will have the call. Stretch audio only, beginning at 12:45 with the pregame. Throw to first, and runner steps back. They give Papson a lot of room the other way in right center field. Instead, he ropes one down the left field line. That is going to be one hop and off the wall. Grote retrieves it. They're going to wave the runner around. The relay, the throw to the plate is in time. They got him. Now taking a turn and arguing was Gaetano, who is the on-deck hitter, who'll be coming to the plate now. But it was Grote to, I think, Word. And then the throw to the plate, and Whitehead did a good job of blocking him off. So 1 out. That's the good news. The bad news is it was Grote to Crawford to Whitehead. The bad news is they have a runner at second now with 1 out after the double, and Gaetano was 1 for 3.
Chris Gaetano.
So Jacobowski out. 7-5-2 at the plate. Now Papson is going to be taken down at second, and a pinch runner, Ryan Crowley, will come on. So Crowley goes into the DH spot. Pinch running here in the 9th inning. 3-2 ball game.
Now in for Monmouth running.
We don't know what lies ahead, but that perfect relay to nail Jacobowski at the plate could be a big play in this game. Here's a ground ball to the second baseman, Griffith. Elmy had gone wide to try to get it, couldn't, but Greenfield right where he should have been to take the throw for the second out of the inning. 4-1 on the putout. 2 down now as Crowley advances to third, and the catcher, Ryan Bailey, will step in. He's 0 for 3. He's grounded to short twice, once into a double play, and struck out looking, and he takes a strike on the outside corner.
Now back to catcher number 21.
So Cam Whitehead's got to be a wall behind the plate. That is a big, big run down at third with Furman trailing 3-2 here in the top of the ninth and 2 outs. Greenfield trying to strand him there. Breaking ball, and it's tapped foul. Fielded on a couple of hops by Dylan Hamlin, the first base coach. And the Philly native is ahead, no balls and 2 strikes. You're looking ahead to the Paladin ninth. You're thinking about Elmy, Whitehead, and Kay, 5, 6, and 7. 0-2 pitch. Struck him out swinging in the dirt. Rolls to the right-hand side, and it's airmailed by Whitehead. And then the runner took too much of a turn around first and was tagged out, but the run from third scored, and it is a 4-2 ball game. So the run counts. Ehalt is coming out to argue the call at first base.
In the ninth inning, there was 1 run.
But because he reached first safely, the run counts.
There was 1 error.
And we head to the bottom of the ninth. The Paladins now trail it by 2, 4-2. Back after this on the Furman IMG Sports Network.
If you've been sidelined by an injury, the St. Francis Sports Medicine team is here 24/7 to get you back on the field. Our highly trained network of physicians, athletic trainers, and physical therapists treat all types of sports-related injuries, even those that don't occur from playing a sport. Call the St. Francis Hurt Line at 675-HURT for priority appointments or at-home advice. Again, that's 675-HURT.
There's a reason why year after year more people trust Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, Sedan Joyner Realtors to get the job done. It's because we deliver the highest level of real estate services with the utmost integrity, quality, and professionalism. We love what we do, and it shows in every transaction. We've been the undisputed upstate market leader for over 20 years because we do what's right. We handle every transaction with a smile, and we're committed to making your home journey the best it can be. For your best move ever, contact Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, Sedan Joyner Realtors today. Visit sedanjoyner.com and let's get started. Well, bottom of the ninth coming up, and what was already going to be a difficult task, 1 run harder now. It's 4-2 Elon after the second throwing error on a strikeout pitch in the dirt by Cam Whitehead today. Allowed the runner to safely reach first before he apparently turned as he rounded the bag. Elmy tagged him, but the runner from third, Crowley, scored. So that's a big, big run. And now the Paladins need 2 here in the bottom of the ninth to tie. Brandon Elmy leads it off. Justin Andrews still out there pitching. And the first pitch down and away, ball 1. Elmy 1 for 3, an RBI double his last time up. Elmy, Whitehead, and Kay. Right-hander throwing down in the Hawks bullpen now. Swinging a foul back. 1 ball and 1 strike. Jordan McCrum from Dallas, Pennsylvania seems to be the guy who's warming up. Elmy swings and he skies one into shallow right center field. Gaetano calls off the center fielder Jacobowski and makes the catch. And there's 1 out. Now Whitehead, who was homered, flied to center, and lined hard to left. Paladins need to get someone on to bring the tying run to the plate, and Whitehead swings and he fouls it back. Hughes down at third and Favia at first. Favia not so much with the right-handed hitter, but Hughes really guarding the line. The 0-1. Fouled out of play right side, and Cam behind now. No balls and 2 strikes. Landon Kay on deck if anybody gets on. Sims Griffith would bat. Lefty comes set, and his pitch just missed with a fastball away. One and 2 to Whitehead. Outfield deep and straight away. Shortstop Long playing a step back on the grass. 1-2 pitch. Hits it high and deep and very foul down the left field side. Off-speed pitch, and he turned on it but couldn't keep it fair. So it holds at 1 and 2. There's no idea how much that run at the top of this inning changes the complexion of things here. 1-2 pitch. Fastball fouled away. Out of play right side this time. But the great thing about the game of baseball, as you know, no clock to run out. You got to get that 27th final out. Good battle going on here between Andrews and Whitehead. Count holding at a ball and 2 strikes, and now just as Andrews comes set, time is called and Whitehead steps out. Now ready with the 1-2 pitch again. Outside, 2 balls and 2 strikes. (4-2). Monmouth leading. Bottom of the 9th. First game of this 3-game weekend series here at Latham. 2-2 pitch to Whitehead on the way. Outside, ball 3. So he was ahead, no balls and 2 strikes. Cam has battled back to run it full. Three and 2 the count. Payoff pitch on the way. And it's popped up behind the plate. Bailey sheds the mask, comes back, makes the catch. And they are 2 down. So the Paladins down to their final out.
Right fielder number 44, Landon Kay.
It's up to Landon Kay to keep it going and give Sims Griffith a shot. Kay has walked, bounced to second, and struck out looking. And he takes it high, ball 1. The 1-0. Line drive back into left field, getting turned around on it, unable to catch it is Shea. It hit off the bottom of the wall, and Kay will get into second base with a 2-out double. Hit that ball hard. Shea got turned around on it. And couldn't make the play, so what that does now is brings the tying run to the plate with 2 outs in the plate in the person of Sims Griffith, who has a home run on the season. Today's 1 for 3. just a 7th hit for the Paladins. And the first pitch, breaking ball, drops in for a strike. Two outs, bottom of the ninth. Paladins down 2K, the 2-out double out at second. The 0-1. High, 1 ball, 1 strike. Outfield straight away for Griffith again. Hughes at third, Favia at first, guarding the line. Big hole on the right side for Griffith. Andrews sets the 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball. Dropped it on the outside corner, a strike, and Griffith down in the count at 1-2. Paladins down to their final strike. Chadwick Word on deck, hoping to get a shot. Griffith's got to go into battle mode here. Long look in by the left-hander. Trying to nail it down. Griffith trying to keep him alive. The 1-2 pitch, and it's popped up. On the right side, the first baseman, Favia, calling and catching. And that is the ball game. Paladins fall in the opener of this series by a final score of 4-2 to the Monmouth Hawks. Monmouth gets its first win of the 2017 season. Furman is now 3-2 on the year. Stay tuned. We'll be back to run you through the numbers and wrap up our broadcast here this afternoon. Monmouth wins it 4-2. We'll be back to Latham Stadium after this on the Furman IMG Sports Network.
If you've been sidelined by an injury, the St. Francis Sports Medicine team is here 24/7 to get you back.